First, the headlines. Blood Center of Babina Specialty Hospital will not charge for getting blood from center. No question of making profit from blood, says Dr. T.H. Dabali. Ministry of External Affairs being consulted for expanding Center for Myanmar Studies at MU, says Vice Chancellor of MU Professor N. Loken. Outer MP Dr. Lorho Foje urges Minister of State for External Affairs Dr. R.K. Ranjan to establish passport offices in Three Hill District headquarters. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the MAMI TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Blood Center of Babina Specialty Hospital, American Oncology Institute will not charge patients for taking blood from the center, and there is no question of making profit from blood. This was stated by Managing Director of Babina Group of Companies, Dr. Thangjam Dabali. He was speaking at a press meet in connection with the opening of the Blood Center of Babina Specialty Hospital, American Oncology Institute at Khabai Soi Sajiwa Jail today. Dr. T.H. Dabali said patients in need of blood can take blood from the center open today free of cost. However, charges for technical staffs who will examine the blood and doctors who will supervise the processes will be taken like other private and government hospitals, he said, stating that blood transfusion is highly required in treatment of cancer patients. The managing director said the hospital has been taking blood from RIAMEI, JNIMS and Shiza Hospital. As it is a dragging process which consumes time, Babina Specialty Hospital, American Oncology Institute took up the necessary initiative to open a blood bank for over the past 1.5 years to address the problems. After an inspection for opening of the blood bank was carried out in December last year, the hospital received the license to open the blood bank 3 months later. Stating that the door of the hospital is widely open to everyone who wants to donate blood, Dr. Dabali said around 20 staff of Babina Group of Companies donated blood on the occasion of the inaugural event of the blood bank today.
Blood की process से तोड़ मत अंदर blood हाथ में लगी बाई bag सिग्नल में मरी दो लोगों ना अभी blood से लोगों को मत उंगा test में यहाँ तो है infectious disease hepatitis C hepatitis B गुंगा HIV गुंगा में आंधी योगा syphilis में नागा ना बितेरे test में हम सब तोड़ेगा high level infectious disease लेते हैं kan उसकी blood से patient है काफी देंगे test से तोड़ेगा Sakral to the way Sakral to Chingy. Home Suda, taste of the technical staff, something of the depth of the Saniva, technical staff, the supervised by the doctor, Sinayama, European, high level doctors in the technical staff, nursing, service charges from the Tata, see Maripa back in the money, the taste of the China, Kunsalaka, charges on the blood key already freely.
Vice Chancellor of Manipur University, Professor N. Lokendro, informed that the Ministry of External Affairs has been consulted to expand Manipur University's Center for Myanmar Studies. The Vice Chancellor was speaking at Thingyan Festival 2022 held at MU Centenary Hall at Kanchipur, organized by Center for Myanmar Studies, Manipur University today. Professor N. Lokendra further said Center for Myanmar Studies has been celebrating the Thingyan Festival, which is one of the biggest festivals of Myanmar every year on the MU campus since the opening of the center. The festival signifies the bond of love among the people and helps in bringing peace, he said. The Vice Chancellor further said the center provides courses on language of Myanmar, Burmese and Myanmar's socio-economic and political studies.
Tatana Center for Myanmar Studies na ba magi water festival Thingyan festival se observe to gina latni aduna ngasi so 18th April se na ko bina hobo di moy khara mamang na ho adu ngasi moy gi lunar calendar de gi horaga solar calendar ani mo punjal laga ngasi gi kana se observation se Burma de ngasi gi celebration se 13 to tantrum maybe over. Akwai zero versus the coincide to. Ado akwai man university analysis to.
As part of the celebration, tree saplings were planted at Kanchi Park on the campus of MU and fingerlings were also released into a pond near the park. Traditional dance and music performances were also showcased on the occasion. Outer MP Dr. Lorho S. Foze has requested Minister of State for External Affairs Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan for establishment of passport offices in the district headquarters of Ukhrul, Senapati and Churachandpur. In his letter, Lorho stated people from the hill districts of Manipur are keen observers of globalization and the opportunities that came along for further studies, jobs, economic development, adventure and exposure in the world beyond borders and to broaden the outlook across the globe. As the people of the hill areas did not yet have facilities for facilitating foreign travel and exploring the world, the need to open passport offices in the district headquarters is extremely necessary, he said. Taking the situation into consideration, the Member of Parliament requested the External Affairs Ministry to establish passport offices in the district headquarters of Ukhrul, Senapati and Churachandpur. The number of people travelling to foreign countries for studies and seeking job opportunities from remote areas of the country has increased exponentially over the years, he added. Hence, Foze appealed to the concerned ministry to consider development and boost the economy of the people in these districts. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrating 75 years of India's independence, a block held Mela for Thoubal district was kicked off at High Rock today. High Rock MLA T.H. Radishyam, Chairman of District Health Society Thoubal and DC of Thoubal District A. Subhas, Thoubal Chief Medical Officer Dr. Y. Nokul and Medical Superintendent of District Hospital Thoubal graced the opening event as Chief Guest, President, Special Guest respectively. The Health Mela was organized by District Health Society Thoubal under the National Health Mission and held at High Rock Part 1 Laikol Community Hall. Speaking on the occasion, MLA T.H. Radishyam said health is the most precious wealth of humankind. Expressing the need for nutritious food to stay fit and healthy, he appealed to people to stay away from junk food, tobacco, nicotine products and other intoxicants, stating that most people in remote areas fail to pay attention to their physical well-being while trying to make ends meet. The MLA emphasized the need to organize such health mela and health camps frequently in far-flung remote areas of the state.
Asaba moro asaba sasilurati pugadum sarani sasil lagana puk sara doctor ayagudi sani khame khame sasilurdum sarabata adoi de ekoi hakchang na kana da porche sa da bata naro yaragadi lena pawo yaragadi sinyam thabi bitare sa da ekoi hakchang na kana da ba sa da yak da thum da ekoi da junk food aina hakchang na kana da ko hakchang na som ko ohum maru ohum kar le Thum Mairama, Siniyama, Tawayama, Tawayam Sadrama, Thum Yam Sadrama, Siniyam Sadrama, Lena Rama Tori, Siniyam Tawa, Adoy, Lena, Karim Mayam and Narwing.
Speaking on the occasion, DC Subha said that the Health Mela will be held at 3 blocks of Thoubal district. The Health Mela will be held at Lilong and Thoubal Kiam on April 20 and 22 respectively. He also appealed to the people of the district to avail the facility. Altogether, 30 stalls of departments including general medicine, ENT, gynecology, COVID vaccination, Ayush, ICDS, social welfare, HIV or AIDS, malaria, TB, etc. were opened during the block health mela. Blood donation and enrollment of CMHT card were conducted and free medicine and sanitary pads were also distributed during the health mela. As per the resolutions adopted at the 9th General Assembly of the proscribed United National Liberation Front UNLF held from February 18 to 22 last Posts of the Central Committee members have been newly allocated, informed a press release issued by Media Coordinator T.H. Charai Rongba. The press release further informed that all activities of the Finance Department of the UNLF will be executed henceforth under the name and signature of Director of the Finance Department K.H. Laishemba under the Secretary of Finance. Only papers signed by the Director will be official and valid. All other previous names will not be legitimate anymore, Charai Rongba informed. MLA of Moirang Assembly Constituency, Thongam Shanti, has extended relief materials to families whose houses were wrecked by storm in the intervening night of April 15 and 16 for the first phase last evening. Speaking to media persons on the sidelines of the distribution of relief materials cum inspection visit, MLA Thongam Shanti said the relief materials were provided to selected families who were mostly affected by the storm for the first phase. He will also extend possible help to other families who were affected by the storm, the MLA added.
Aduga hujik kena soba kambusina ay kamay toroga kena mating pangarige hostada layinga layba na wala ay kay tawuga do ay tongan lay committee masiyamaga madam mokoy sida ay kay mating pangbiya do kanadaga ay mokoy si bakatawa kay mating pangune do ay tawjani ya koy nation pi ba pa ji environment da kai bala ba kaya se ji aduna ni koy ji World Environment Day of Pangtuiba. Why have you cut Pilaga, Sumlava, National Calamity, Namshigi, Kenana Fonada, Wagtu, Wana, Equate the Protection, PMC, Kambiraga, Asmite of the Koya, Wabu, Lokana Fonaraga, environment of Fonaraga, Ua, Havana, my Vasilis from the Tandaraga.
Members of Moirang Gram Panchayat and office bearers of Moirang Gram Panchayat and Moirang Municipal Council accompanied the MLA during the visit. A two-day training program on disaster management kick-off today at the Office of All Community Development Organization More, ECODOM at More. The training program was jointly organized by the Department of Relief and Disaster Management and ECODOM. Sub-Team Commander of State Disaster Response Force SDRF O Achoba, President of ECODOM, the Buddha Meite, T.H. Buddha Meite, members of the organization and SDRF personnel attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, Sub-Team Commander of SDRF Achoba educated all those who attended the program on how to save oneself and others during fire, floods, earthquakes, etc. SDRF personnel gave safety demonstration to the people during the training program. Search has been intensified to trace a 12-year-old Pochrimai RIAMEI who fell into Kaupum Dam in Nonit district last afternoon. Pochrimai, son of Ijek RIAMEI, is a class 5 student of English boarding school at Kaupum. As soon as the news spread, local youths and police rushed to the spot to carry out search and rescue operation using small boats. Meanwhile, a combined team of SDRF and NDRF has reached Kaupum to join the rescue operation, subsequent to intimation by the Nonit district administration. Excise Department of Jiribam District destroyed seized illicit liquor worth 2,37,970 rupees at the excise station Jiribam in the presence of local Mayor Paibi and media. According to media reports, the liquor was destroyed following an order issued by the Commissioner of Excise. The team destroyed illicit IMFL beer and DIC liquor, reports added. The third plenary session 2022 of World Meitei Council WMC was held at the Western Court located at Janpat, New Delhi yesterday. The program, held on the theme Reawakening Our Spirit of Oneness, was attended by WMC Central Executive Committee President Hegrujam Nabashyam, Vice President Y. Dhand, Vice Chairman Dr. K.N. Chan, Delhi Unit President Dr. Nongmaithem Manichandra Singh, Manipur State U. Kunjo Singh, Nagaland Unit General Secretary S. Sanjoy Khaba, Maharashtra Unit Pritam Konsam, Assam Unit General Secretary I. Hari, and Dr. Nimai Luang and JNU Professor Bimol Akoikam as the Presidium members. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. K. N. Chan stressed on the need to ensure ST status for Meitei and working earnestly till the demand is fulfilled. On the other hand, General Secretary of WMC Central Executive Committee Yambem Arun gave a detailed presentation on how the council was formed and the work it has taken up so far. As a part of the program, WMC conferred Lifetime Achievement Award to Moirangthem Nilamadop of Lamagram, Kasar, Assam, and weightlifter and Kunjarani. A cultural program was also showcased to mark the event. Now let's all take a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar, Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, Fast Floor. Mafam asida mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame, sublimation ki pot khuding mug wholesale da pangbigani. Items available are mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame. All the mentioned items will be available at wholesale rate in LX Sublimation. LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar, Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, Fast Floor. Mafam asida mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame, sublimation ki pot khuding mug wholesale da pangbigani. Items available are mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame. All the mentioned items will be available at wholesale rate in LX Sublimation. LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar, Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, Fast Floor. Mafam asida mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame, sublimation ki pot khuding mug wholesale da pangbigani. Items available are mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame. All the mentioned items will be available at wholesale rate in LX Sublimation. LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar, Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, Fast Floor. Mafam asida mug printing, cover printing.
Welcome back. India recorded 2,183 new COVID-19 cases and 214 deaths in the last 24 hours. The active cases currently stood at 11,542 and comprise 0.03% of the total infections. according to the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, with 1,985 recoveries in the last 24 hours. The recovery rate climbed to 98.76%. Meanwhile, India's cumulative COVID-19 vaccination coverage has exceeded 186.54 crore. Over 2.43 crore doses have been administered to individuals in the 12 to 14 years age group. Various auto rickshaw and cab and taxi unions in the national capital went on a strike today, demanding a CNG subsidy and a fare revision in the wake of rising fuel prices. Commuters in the city faced difficulties in getting cabs and autos this morning. Though cars were available on Ola and Uber apps, the fares were inflated, media reported. Auto and cab drivers' unions have been demanding a hike in fare and slashing of CNG prices to offset the impact of rising fuel prices. Fresh violence erupted in Delhi Jahangirpuri today. An incident of stone pelting was reported from the area. According to media reports, this comes after a communal clash broke out in the area during Hanuman Jayanti procession on Saturday evening. After a woman was taken away for interrogation in connection with Saturday's clash, around 50 women in the area began protesting and throwing stones in Delhi Jahangirpuri, report said. The woman detained by the police is the wife of accused Sonu, who allegedly opened fire during the clash on Saturday. After she was taken for police interrogation, stones were pelted from the rooftops of different homes. The police barricaded the area and women security personnel pacified the women. The incident took place 100 meters away from the spot where violence had broken out on Saturday. The Rapid Action Force of the Central Reserve Police Force of India formed a human chain at the spot. Women RAF personnel with headgear were stationed there. Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has appointed a new cabinet despite calls for him to resign over a disastrous economic crisis. According to media reports, the 17 new ministers' name did not include several relatives who had previously held portfolios, although a number of stalwarts kept their seats. He had called on the opposition to join the unity government, but they refused. The island nation is grappling with its worst economic crisis since independence from Britain in 1948. It is caused in part by a lack of foreign currency, which has meant that Sri Lanka cannot afford to pay for imports of staple foods and fuel, leading to acute shortages and very high prices. With power cuts lasting half a day or more, the shortages of food, medicines and fuel, public anger has soared. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. Blood Center of ALBINA Specialty Hospital will not charge for getting blood from center. No question of making profit from blood, says Dr. T.H. Dabali. Ministry of External Affairs being consulted for expanding Center for Myanmar Studies at MU, says Vice Chancellor of MU, Professor N. Loken. Outer MP Dr. Lorho S. Foje urges Minister of State for External Affairs Dr. R.K. Ranjan to establish passport offices in Three Hill District headquarters. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.